Hey, everybody. Welcome to my channel. So if you're tuning in via YouTube, welcome. If you're tuning in via Instagram, welcome. If you're tuning in via my podcast, welcome. So today we're doing a daily vibration, obviously for December 4th, 2020. However, whenever you listen to this message, okay, because energy is fluid, well, if it resonates with you, keep what you need. And if it doesn't, you just leave what you do not. All right. The purpose of these daily vibrations really is to help, encourage, motivate, support, okay, if you're on your spiritual path, if you're seeking spiritual ascension, if you feel like you need guidance, inspiration, encouragement, motivation, if you're into signs and symbols, numerology, astrology, or if you just know that there's some shit going on and you can't quite put your finger on it, honey, you may be able to find something here. All right. So now let me just say that yesterday was my dad's birthday, y'all, and my dad transitioned 2 months ago to the day yesterday. So I just want to just let you guys know, like, if you have loved ones around, just support them. Like the things you can't control, honey, let them go, right? Okay. So interestingly, today we have a repeat in numbers again, right? Now, Thursday, the actual day vibrated on the number 9. Now today we have Friday, which is also vibrating on the number 9. Okay. So the date itself is vibrating on the number 2. So December 4th, 2020 is vibrating on the number 2. And for those of you that are into the Mayan moon calendar, okay, we're on the red lunar moon, and the message today is I polarize in order to purify, stabilizing flow. I seal the process of the universal water, aka your emotions, okay, and all things really, right? And we can get into that in a different video. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of birth. All right, so you're tapping into energy today where you can actually tap into your universal power, right? And when we talk about universal power, we're talking about that spark that connects you to everything in the universe. Like, you are connected to everything, and you literally are everything. Like, everything that is, dwells, exists, is also part of your makeup. So this is why you can intuitively be connected to someone, or think of someone and they call you, or think of something and it happens. Okay, like, so anything that is in this existence has a connection to you. So remember that, okay? Which leads me into the vibration, all right? So just so you know, the vibration that we're going to tap into today, I felt like I needed to pull out the goddesses, okay? So we're going to be doing your wisdom, or your motivation, or your inspiration today from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, okay? Now, let me just say something right now. Vibrating at the number 2 is the actual date, okay? So you have intuitive energy in the atmosphere, and we go through this pretty much every day, where I explain to you guys that your intuition is how you are able to move, and is how you are able to know things without understanding how you know things. Your intuition is your guide. Your intuition is the true essence of your being, okay? So with that being said, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition at all times, all right? Now, intuition energies in the atmosphere today. You also have energy maybe of you being cautious, and that's not necessarily a negative aspect. I put it on the positive aspect because this is where you begin to use your discernment, okay? So just use your caution if you feel like there's something that you may not need to attempt to do right now. You want to be mindful of that energy and definitely move with the flow, okay? Being able to be flexible today on the number 2 is going to be important for some of you today. Some of you might find that your soul's mission is also going to be important for you today. Some of you may even find like today you are vibrating on the energy of having to be the peacemaker, okay? Now, personal will is going to be in the atmosphere for some of you today, right? You're going to have to really tap into your personal will and your personal strength and your personal power today, all right? Now, the lower vibrational end of the number 2, just the date itself, right? You got fearfulness in the atmosphere for some people, okay? People being inflexible, you're going to have to be mindful of that because you could be interacting with people that are inflexible today. Unemotional and unloving people today, or energy is in the atmosphere today, so be mindful to protect yourself and your energy as you're moving throughout the day. You have a lot of pessimistic energy in the atmosphere, on any given day, but today it is definitely flowing within the atmosphere. So you want to make sure that you don't get caught up in any pessimistic bubbles today. All right. Argumentative energy and disagreeable energy is in the atmosphere today also, which means that you can find the gargamels really coming out today, okay? And the vampires might be trying to suck your energy out today, so be mindful of anybody that's trying to bait you into a conversation or bait you into a debate, right? Just so they can be heard and they're not really willing to hear your point of view, okay? So, vibrating on the number 9, we do have the day, Friday. Okay, so intuition, once again, you're gonna have to pay attention to that. Intuition can save your life, honey. Okay, so pay attention to your intuition as you're moving throughout the energy today. The number 9 vibrates on expansive energy and having an expansive viewpoint on how you see things. And we talk about perception here all of the time on this channel, right? You can find a little eccentric energy in the atmosphere today, and to each his own, honey. Do you, right? Okay. The rule is do no harm to no one, but you definitely want to be able to do you. And if you feel like you're a little bit more eccentric and today, then tap into your being, right? Strength of character is going to be in play for some of you today. So some of you might have to feel the need to operate with integrity even when no one is watching you today, okay? Destiny is going to be on some of your minds today, and some people will definitely need to be able to tap into compassion and having a little bit of sympathy today, okay? That's all on the positive end of the number 9. Now on the negative end of the number 9, because we've been talking about this now for a few days, you do have energy of feeling disconnected, lack of focus, selfish energy, not being able to concentrate, and not really having integrity may be some of the vibrations that people are operating on today. So be mindful of that, all right? Okay. So now we're going to jump into your inspiration and your cards of the day, the tarot card for each zodiac. So we're going to do each zodiac sign today, and I'm just going to run through them really, really quickly, okay? We're going to start off with the fire signs. And I try to express to you guys every time I do these videos that you are not just responsible for your zodiac sign, aka the month that you were born. You are responsible for mastering the whole wheel, all 12 aspects of the zodiac, because all 12 aspects literally make up aspects of you, aspects of your psyche, aspects of why you do the things you do, why you think the way you do, why you behave the way you do, why you may need to overcome this part of yourself, okay? Why you may need to embrace this part of yourself, all right? So this is why I go through the elements. You can take a look at yourself on this wheel, but in chunks, okay? All right, so starting off with the fire energy, which is going to be Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. If you are not a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries, you can apply this energy to you being able to take action. This is energy of movement. This is energy of intuition, okay? This can also be passionate or lustful energy, just depending on exactly where you are in your own individual particular situation, okay? So we're going to start off with the wonderful Sagittarius, okay, because we're obviously in Sagittarius season. So the message for Sagittarius today is pretty simple. You may want to express yourself through the arts, okay, especially if you're going through something painful today, my lovelies, because it is paired with the 3 of Swords energy, okay? So you may want to you may definitely want to express yourself in the arts. Maybe listen to a little bit of music, okay? You have Shativi. Let me look this up because I really don't want to mispronounce this goddess's name. Sharavati. But I'm gonna look it up, y'all, because y'all know I sometimes go ahead and messes people's name up sometimes. Okay, so what is the correct pronunciation of your goddess? All right. Sharava. Okay. Sharavati. All right. Sharavati is saying the art. So you guys could be going through something painful today. Something maybe even from the past coming back in that may be flowing in today. And you're being guided to express yourself through the arts. You may want to put on some music. Okay. You may find that you want to dance, okay? Whatever is needed to you today to be able to release whatever tension you have, especially if it's painful, you may want to do so. I'm getting through music, my lovelies, okay? I'm Sagittarius, all right? Okay, so moving on to the wonderful, wonderful Leo energy today. You got transformation. You got the butterfly maiden popping up in this energy. And it's talking about experiencing a an enormous change right now, which brings you a lot of blessings if you are open to it right now. A lot of people sometimes think love is attached to pain, and can I tell you that it's not? Love transcends pain. Pain is an aspect of the growth that's needed in your life to produce the things that love has to offer, okay? I want to say you have the Two of Swords paired with this energy today, my wonderful wonderful Leo. So you want to be mindful of that today. That means that you may have some decisions to make, okay? You do have the Sage popping up for quiet time for Aries, which means that you may have to take some quiet time alone to rest, to meditate, and to contemplate, especially before you respond to anything today, my wonderful Aries, okay? Yeah, you don't want to be the one to think you're perfect and nobody else is, okay? So be mindful of that. Think before you speak today, my wonderful Aries, okay? So now we're moving on to the wonderful air energy. Air energy is going to be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. If you're not an air sign, you're going to apply this element to the way you think, okay? This is your mental mind loops, the conversations with yourself, okay? So pay attention to that, all right? You got Mayat showing up today, which is all about fairness, okay? And this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So whatever you have going on today that may require fairness, or if you feel like you're dealing with people and they're unfair today, you may need to move accordingly. Because it's paired with the High Priestess in reverse, I just want to go ahead to implore you to pay attention to everybody's agendas, even your own, okay? Pay attention to everybody's hidden agendas, okay? Alrighty, now moving on to Libras. Okay, you have Sedina showing up for infinite supply. Libras, you need to know that you are already supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Okay, so whatever you're going through today, my Libras, if it's something emotional, if it's something on the physical end, or even something on the spiritual end, you need to know that work may be required for you today. Okay, because you do have the Knight of Coins showing up in reverse. Okay, which is definitely maybe about some very laid back energy, okay? And it's energy where you can be a little bit bored, okay? And feeling more on the side of you don't want to do anything today, right? And I kind of feel like this energy can also relate to maybe you feeling like you're not going to receive something on the physical realm today. And that's the communication you're having with yourself today, my wonderful air signs. You're going to have to change that and know that all of your needs are met, okay? All right, now we have the wonderful, wonderful Aquarius. You have the Mother Mary energy popping up. That's like the Isis energy, okay? Expect a miracle today, all right? Have faith in your prayers, which means when you ask the universe for something, my love, get in a place of gratitude, okay? You don't have to keep asking. You just get thankful once you've asked, okay? Just know that they have been heard and they're going to be answered. However, if you do not give yourself permission to have something, it is universal law that you cannot experience that thing, okay? So the Knight of Swords is popping up with this energy, and it's just a lot of scattered thoughts and maybe not being mindful of how your words have consequences, okay? Because you can be canceling out the same thing that you're trying to receive, okay? So be mindful of that, all right? Okay, so now we're moving on to the wonderful, wonderful earth signs. Okay, so this is going to be Capricorn, it's going to be Taurus and Virgo. If you're not a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, this is going to be for the physical realm, the car, the house, the kids, the bills, okay, that area, okay? Now, your message today from our wonderful Capricorns is take a leap of faith today, okay? Allow yourself to step out on faith today. Take the risk. Put your heart into the movement of your true desires. Now, as you do so, you are going to have to take a look at yourself, however, and get out of your ego, because you do have the Hermit card showing up in reverse, and this is like you're not even trying to figure out your part in the role that you played in everything unfolding the way it is, right? Or why things are not working out. Maybe because you have not looked at yourself, that you have not been taking the risk that's needed, okay? Or maybe you've not been looking at yourself to see how you've been self-sabotaging. So be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the day, okay? All right, Virgos, you have Athenia popping up, and this is all about inner wisdom, okay? So let's just say today, okay, you know what to do. You need to trust your inner wisdom. Take the appropriate action without delay, which means something is popping up that you need to move on. You need to do so. All right. Now, because this is popping up with the Kings of Wands energy, this energy could be a little bit aggressive. It could also be a little bit impulsive, right? This could be my way, although, how do you say this? I don't really care how you feel. This energy could be a little ruthless, okay? Or you could be interacting with someone that's a little ruthless, right? Use your your inner wisdom today. Don't allow, right, your ego to get in the way. Trust your intuition, all right? If you're the one operating in energy where you're impulsive or you're hasty, be mindful. It's saying before you get hasty, use your inner wisdom, okay? Irene is popping up saying for my wonderful, wonderful Taurus, you can pop into peace today, okay? Now, there's nothing to worry about. All your needs are met, my wonderfuls, okay? You're just going to have to move in accordance, okay? Now, I do have to say it is popping up with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which lets me know that you could be getting some outside advice that is not necessarily needed at this point, and it's making you a little anxious, okay? So there could be external forces that's making you a little anxious. You're going to have to come back into your center, find your peace so you can get to the place of wholeness, okay? That's going to be important for you as you're moving throughout the day, all right? Now, let's move on to the wonderful water energy. So we're dealing with Scorpio, we're dealing with Cancer, we're also dealing with Pisces energy. If you're not a Scorpio, a Cancer, or Pisces, you can apply this this particular element to your emotions, your feelings, okay? All right. So for my wonderful Scorpios, you have the energy of Yamanya popping up today. Okay. And Yamanya is saying open doors are opening for you right now. You need to just go ahead and walk through them. Okay. Now Yamanya, ooh, hunte. Yes. I'm going to grab this Scorpio. Grab this Scorpio. Okay. Yamanya is popping up with the Four of Coins. Okay. This is all about stability, honey. Okay. And I want to say this is even and fair exchange. Okay. You got balance here. You get two and I get two. Ain't no need to be selfish, honey. We can all get in this together, right? So you can find definitely that you feel more control. Stability is coming in with this. You can feel security happening. So those open doors, Yamanya is backing that up with the Four of Coins. So you want to go ahead and you want to make sure that you embrace that, okay? All right. For my wonderful Cancers, you have Solus popping up, okay? And this is asking you, my love, okay, to spend more time, more waters, you know, the lake, the river, to recharge your batteries. Even if you don't have access to a lake or a river, maybe get put on some meditation music where you hear running water, okay? They're asking you definitely maybe to get still so you can tap into your feelings a little bit more. You got the Two of Wands energy popping up. There may be some stuff about your future or your right now moment that you may need to ground yourself emotionally and look at, okay? So pay attention to that, my wonderful, wonderful Cancers, okay? All right. Now, for my wonderful Pisces, y'all got Kali popping up. Okay, so you need to know Kali is all about endings and beginnings, right? The old must be released so the new can enter, my wonderful Pisces. So I want to say gain the understanding that you need in your situations, especially where there may have been some promises made but not fulfilled, okay? Because you are being paired with the Princess of Swords popping out in reverse. So there could be a lot of heart-to-heart felt conversations about things that was promised and not done. And these heart-to-heart conversations doesn't necessarily have to be with anybody else. They could just literally be conversations that you're having with yourself, right? Okay, so be mindful of that, all right? All right, my lovelies, thank you each and every one of you for taking the time out to listen to the daily vibrations, all right? So don't forget, I do live on Tuesdays on Instagram with Nye, and then I do live on Wednesdays with Kim Warner, and then I do live again with Thursdays with Kelly Kell. That's always fun. And not to mention live on Fridays for Paid Forward Fridays, where we get into the tarot card and we talk about the collective energy, okay? So you guys can join me, okay? Make sure you set those notifications button. Meet me in all of my platforms. YouTube for your inner voice. Also, Instagram for your inner voice. Facebook for your inner voice. And am I forgetting anything? Patreon for your inner voice, okay? Not to mention that you can also listen to these daily vibration via podcast on any of the major streaming podcast apps. You can find me at For Your Inner Voice Spiritual Chef on my podcast, okay? Now, one more thing before I go. The next meditation coming up is going to be the new moon in Sagittarius. That is going to be on December 12th. Okay, the new moon is actually going to be on the 14th, I believe, but we're having a meditation on Saturday, the 12th. Okay, so with that being said, my loves, I appreciate each and every one of you. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, honor yourself, my loves. Okay, and I will see you guys in the next daily vibration. Bye, my loves.